Class 12th, Subject Physics, 7th chapter, Wave Optics. From this chapter, let us see Fresnel biprism. So, biprism is a prism with vertex angle nearly equal to 180 degree. It can be considered to be made up of two prisms with very small refracting angles ranging from 30 minutes to 1 degree joined at their bases, and therefore in this diagram this is the biprism having its vertex angle nearly equal to 180 degree, so that these two are the refracting edges of that biprism. Then it is considered that it is made up of two prisms which are having their refracting angles very small, and they are connected base to base. Then let S be the slit which is acting as the source of light. Then when light is emitted from the source S and is incident on the refracting edges of that biprism, it will give rise to two virtual sources S1 and S2, which are monochromatic and coherent sources. Due to the light emitted by these two virtual sources, after refraction, the interference pattern will be produced on the screen. Let small d represents distance between S1 S2, and capital D is the distance between the sources and the screen. The interference pattern is produced in this shaded region. So this shaded region represents the interference pattern. Now let us see the optical path. So the optical path in a medium can be defined as the corresponding path in vacuum that the light travels in the same time as it takes in the given medium. And therefore, in order to find out the expression for optical path, we have the expression time is equal to distance upon speed, and therefore time t equal to distance covered in medium divided by velocity in that medium, that will be equal to distance covered in vacuum divided by velocity in vacuum, and therefore the optical path is equal to distance covered in vacuum, and that will be written as velocity in vacuum upon velocity in that medium into distance covered in the medium. But velocity in vacuum upon velocity in that medium, this ratio will give us the refractive index of that medium, and therefore the optical path will be equal to n into d medium, that is optical path equal to refractive index into distance covered in that medium. Thus the distance d travelled in a medium of refractive index n introduces a path difference delta x equal to nd minus d, that will be equal to d into n minus 1. Now if you consider this second figure consisting of S1 and S2 as the two virtual sources, then light emitted from these two sources is meeting at point P so as to produce the interference pattern on the screen, and therefore O dash is the midpoint on the screen at which the light rays coming from S1 and S2 interfere constructively, so that the point O dash, that is the midpoint, is always a bright band or bright point. Therefore, if a transparent plate of thickness T and refractive index n is introduced in front of the slit S1, that is in front of this slit S1, if a glass plate having its thickness equal to T and refractive index n is now introduced, then the optical path travelled by the wave along S1P along S1P is higher than that traveled by the wave along S1P in the absence of the plate by a factor n-1 into t. Thus, the optical lengths and the phases of the rays reaching the midpoint O dash from S1 and S2 will not be equal. The path length will be equal at any other point other than O dash. That is, that point O dash will get shifted anywhere due to that optical path. And then the bright fringe will occur at other point other than O dash. The whole interference pattern will be shifted in one direction with symmetric bright and dark fringes. Now, if a plate of thickness T and refractive index N is introduced in front of S1, then the path difference delta x will be equal to d into n-1 into t, and the central maximum, which is initially at point O dash, will be shifted by a distance d by d into n-1 into t.